gonna have another political discourse while playing some Grand Theft Auto 5, and I died instantly. Yeah, so just wondering how everybody's been. As you might be able to hear, my equipment, and I've got some of my friends with me. I got Fearful Death, and I've got Alicord with me as well. Alicord is with me as kind of a younger face to see and go through some of the stuff with us so that he can express his opinion, because, you know, as we all know, this generation is the future. As much as some of us don't want to believe it and hate it with a passion, we do still need to educate them properly and get their opinions as well.
To be honest, I really don't like how this generation's turning out either.
Oh, neither do I. I mean, they literally put Gorilla Glue in their fucking hair, like it's fucking hair gel, and then expect money from
everything was great
Gorilla
until
Glue.
TikTok was freaking invented. At least that's my opinion.
Well, I wouldn't quite say that. I mean, this generation's gone downhill for a while. I mean, this generation literally wants you to get your fucking kids taken away because you told them that they are a boy and not a girl because they have a penis at age 6. And let me guess, it was a fucking newborn? Well, how the fuck do you know? The kid can't even wipe his own ass.
Okay, hood off now. See? I told you they come back.
Why do you do that?
Because it makes me feel tingly inside. It's enjoyable.
Yeah. So, Clifford and I analyzed the data. I mean, Clifford analyzed the data, and I analyzed Clifford. Let me give you an example of my sort of thinking.
Could you stop it with the keynote thing?
Sorry, can I make a call here?
Hello? Who's this?
I'm calling you from a top-secret former government facility.
We told you to return to civilian life, Avon.
It was all a setup, shortstop.
Shortstop.
I always wanted to call someone that. Listen, you're going to get us all killed. It's as clear as the very natural-looking hair on my head.
What are you talking about?
They're not plugs. Don't you see that the fact that they told you to fire me proves beyond all reasonable doubt that you were wrong and this is a conspiracy? Let me give you an analogy.
Why are you talking like that? It really annoyed people when you were working on site.
I'm a visionary. I see things.
Listen, I'm running late to a departmental potluck, so...
Fuck your potluck! This is about stopping a fucking war!
Not that again. Goodbye, Avon. See you on planet Earth one of these days.
Potluck? Of course. Of course, it's now. It's fucking now.
Yeah, I mean,
Clifford is right.
I don't
the data
either.
Is clear. It's right now. The entire department is out sharing meatloaf.
I mean, I don't
potato
give a shit if
salad so their
somebody
base
is
can be
gay as long as they don't come
permanently
on to me.
shut down. We have to do something now.
Right, well, we are a bunch of armed felons, and you're breaking all kinds of security clearances and discussing the musings of a badly named computer. No police force in the
like the
world
way
is
we
going to
fuck
believe
around
us.
sometimes.
We'll have to go there and stop it right now.
Yeah.
I'll pay whatever it takes.
It takes a lot. All right, off we go, huh?
Right.
I'll keep you posted. Come on, let's go.
To be honest, I'm kind of like Yeti, but if they make me, say if like a gay or trans person like makes me mad, then I don't know how long I'll be mad at them for. But, yeah.
When I get mad, I get mad.
Yeah. But I mean, the trans kid at my school literally kind of friggin' in every way disrespected God. And it's not only that, he said a bunch of friggin' rude stuff to some of my friends too.
Like, I don't. Everybody has their own beliefs. That's just how it is.
Same.
Believe me, I deal with the same shit.
I mean,
right.
kids at school.
No, I was just saying I don't disagree at all.
Anyways, kind of the same, but like I don't know why, but it triggers me when people at school like kid around and call me gay. Cause like
I don't give a shit.
I don't know. It just makes me mad because I mean like it makes me mad because I mean just respect it. Why do you have to friggin' lighthearted person? But why? But I know the reason now. Like, I guess it's because like I've always grown in just like the side of me ever being gay makes me mad.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, this technically we are, yes, because Gen Z started in 1997 and is still the current generation. Believe me, I wish I was born about 4 years earlier. I'm 20 years old. I was born in 2000. I wish I was born in 1996, because then I would be in the at least in the generation before that. Even though it's not much of an improvement.
Yeah, to be honest, I know this like sounds kind of weird, and I've had a lot of people say like really, but I really wish that I was like born back in like the old days, like the 1900s, because I mean people were a lot tougher then.
Yeah. Well, the 18-year-olds in 1944, they literally went onto the beaches of France and in Normandy to fight for freedom, to fight to liberate people over there, and knowing that they were possibly gonna die.
And the people in freaking World War I and II fighting for our freedom. Look what we're doing.
Well, we're basically giving it up. Well, not just that. It's mainly as well as the people in the 1700s that fought for our freedom as well. And people these days our age are willing to just give that shit up.
Yeah.
And a wise man, one of our founding fathers, in fact, named Benjamin Franklin, once said, "Those who would trade liberty for safety are stupid as fuck," in other words. He didn't say it in that exact way, I just put my own turn onto it. Rather, or a better way of putting it is closer to the way he put it, those who would trade liberty for safety deserve neither. And that's exactly what our generation wants to do when it comes to firearms and other types of things, with gun control. And as well as the mask mandates. Really. And my biggest problem with that has to do with the fact of the people who are sitting there and saying, well, wear the mask because it's for your safety. Well, it's my body, my fucking choice. Well, you could kill an innocent person. Well, you're killing an innocent person when you abort that fucking baby that's in you. It's weird. Bacteria on Mars is life, but a heartbeat on Earth is not. And these are the same motherfuckers that want to tell you to wear a mask everywhere you fucking go, including in your own goddamn home. Yes, like, for example, with Thanksgiving. If you had, let's say and I'm not saying this is your uncle's name, don't take this as me doxing you. let's say you have Uncle Roy come in from the next town over for Thanksgiving dinner. You guys have to wear fucking masks. Hell, another thing is, show me the science that says that this works. Because literally, read on the masks. The masks themselves tell you that it does not work. On the packaging for the mask, it says that it does not protect you from COVID-19. I apologize for interrupting. Please proceed. Healthy people yeah, my apologies. Continue.
Please remain in the safe zones.
There is no friendly fire on.
Under attack.
Oh, I don't either. I ran out.
Neither do I.
Containment protocol activated. Agents, please remain in the safe zones until rescue units arrive.
I mean, I remember back before Fauci flip-flopped this for the 50th time when he said healthy people should not be wearing masks. He has literally said that. And go ahead, try to fucking fact check me, because he's actually quoted it. He has actually said it.
Oh, sorry.
God damn you, Allie.
I got gangbanged by like 5 people.
You should have waited for us.
Down the stairs.
Yeah. It is what it is, though. Exactly. I was just speaking on how Fauci originally said healthy people should not wear masks. Yeah, like for example, I've had this virus. Yeah, I've had this virus, and I don't take care of my body. I'm a smoker. Yeah, I'm a smoker. I smoke cigarettes like a freight train. I just quit drinking. I dip, so my fingers are always in my mouth. Hell, I've consumed cheeseburgers, which, as you know, they have bread and that stuff, and bread literally absorbs just about any liquid that comes in contact with it. And I've done that with antifreeze, and any single fluid you could imagine is under the hood of a car. And I had the virus, and I beat it in 2 days. It's all about your immunity to viruses itself, no matter what.
To be honest, they've said like quite a few times that there are multiple like types of the virus. Like you could literally just be don't taste anything for a few days. And then there could be like it's actually somewhat
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, fucking the flu. But my favorite thing is, where the fuck has the flu been this year?
Yeah.
Not one person...
COVID.
Yeah, not one person has had the flu. Like, not one single person. Honestly, I am more scared of these mask mandates than I am of the virus.
Dang.
And if you've ever noticed, they literally tell you you can wear anything as a mask.
Yeah.
your bandana, I mean, yeah, that bandana doesn't work. And it's at the point where it's not about safety, it's about compliance.
Try and stop them. They're slaughtering relatively innocent IAA agents out there. Hey, now you're taking the last set of double doors on your right.
Yeah, these are all the people that got absolutely, like, slaughtered by.
Don't wait around. Shoot and move. Disorders, you made it. Now take out the hackers and protect those stacks.
We got us a lot of peeps to take out in here. Ow, fuck.
What the? Yo, one guy literally just teleported. Alright.
Kobe!
Bonk.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's insane, if you ask me. That people think that these masks are gonna do everything. They're gonna save everybody's life. They're not gonna save shit.
I mean, they say, oh, your mask will this, and oh, your mask will that, but will it really?
I mean, it's about as likely... You are more likely to die from getting struck by lightning than this virus. It has a 99.98 survival rating.
What? COVID?
Yeah, COVID-19 has a 99.5% or 99.99% survival rate.
People are
Or
so
99.98.
People are this stressed about it.
And hell, what happened to all the millennials that wanted to die? You know, the most...
Didn't it mostly affect millennials?
No, it affects old people. Yeah, and my biggest pet peeve is where they say it's like shooting grandma in the face. Hell no. Quit trying to compare it to that, because here's the thing. If grandma gets a little cough, she's pretty likely to survive. In fact, 99.9, in fact, it's like 96% likely to survive, if I'm not mistaken. I might actually be incorrect. I will admit it. And I will be glad to correct myself if I am incorrect. Versus, if I pull my 40 caliber handgun off of my hip and pop grandma in the face with a 40 caliber Smith & Wesson hollow point, I can guarantee you she is not fucking surviving unless she is Superman.
Come on, you imbeciles. No, there is no potluck. I don't give a shit about your banana cream pudding.
Maybe next time you'll listen to me.
What's this cretin doing here?
Saving your life once again, but for the covert operation I financed, you'd all be dead and the country would be in the hands of, well, who exactly? That's the problem. This place has more leaks than a thing you dry salad in. But who and why? Can I log on to Clifford here? Sure.
It's Russians. We know it's Russians. This attack is one of their signature moves.
That's the whole point, Mrs. Rackman. It's meant to look like Russians. We think it's not Russians because that would be too easy. Now, Clifford says that there's a 99% probability it is some Russians.
Not Iran?
Iran, no. Clifford says it's this man. Codename Bogdan, surname unknown. Russian agitator, hitman, and warmongerer.
I'm not buying any of it.
Well, someone just tried to kill you, and the data footprint tracks back to him. Look at the graphics.
Okay.
Can we get some people on this right away? Where's that buffoon?
Which buffoon?
The one who caused the assault by the museum. Can I get some support here?
Let's get out of here. Thank you. Bye, both of you. Congressional medal. Big party at the Capitol. It's been an honor to serve.
Oh, go fuck yourself. No, not you.
Clowns. Public
I don't like
sector
people enough to
clowns.
get within 6 feet of them.
The crowd held the cleaners could solve this problem.
Yeah.
With Clifford, there is
Well,
no
most of the
problem
time I do.
Thank you very
As long
much.
as I am
I'll
not
be in
having a
touch.
conversation,
Think
I
this
am 6
worked
feet
this-
away.
Where's my assistant? I'm supposed to be giving a speech somewhere.
No. Right.
How did I get platinum?
I don't know how the fuck I got silver. But it is what it is. Whatever we got is whatever we got. Fuck you, Elite Challenge. But it is what it is. I can't control a lot of things. And then everybody's going to mention, well, I mean, you should wear a mask. You have to wear one anyway. It's a law. Well, it's also a law to not wear a mask while you carry a fucking firearm.
And it's better
Robbery.
to say
And
it's better
identification.
Say if you, it's better say if you exercise without a mask, because if you're really tired, that mask's just gonna it can literally just stop you from getting as much air as you actually need, and then you'd pass out.
Right.
And depending on where you're running, you could possibly have a head injury and bleed out.
Mm-hmm.
You can get hurt more from the masks than you can from not. You can get hurt way more just from having a mask than COVID.
Yeah. And hell, I mean, the masks don't fucking work because we've still seen record high cases. In fact, I wish I lived in Texas right now. One of the 16 states to get rid of the fucking mask mandate.
Open their eyes.
Yes. These mask mandates have shown not to work. We've still reached record highs and record high days. And unfortunately, this virus is just politicized. You ever notice that?
It shows how much humanity cannot get along with each other.
I mean, and the thing is, I mean, I don't give a fuck if you're a Democrat, Republican. In fact, I'm an independent. I just tend to hold more conservative viewpoints. That's it. It's not about your... I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. It's not about your political affiliation. It's about your ideology. If you are a Democrat, so what? Unfortunately, a lot of the people that are registered as Democrats now are unfortunately have this registered because of the socialist ideology they possess. And stimulus checks, what the fuck? I mean, $1.92 trillion passed for a stimulus package. Each American only sees 1,400 of it. You do the math. That is only, let's see, about 1,500 times 320 million people. And that's just a rough estimate. That's maybe not even, that's maybe at max 500 million people, if I'm not mistaken. I might actually be wrong. I don't know to an exact number. I don't.
Did you hear about the?
Where's the other 1.6?
Did you hear about the thing where Biden's giving money to Iran and Syria?
Syria, after he bombed them.
And literally, most of the money's going to them. And who's the one that actually needs it? The U.S. Is he giving most of it to us? No.
My favorite part was fucking pushing the vaccine and then saying there was no vaccine when he took office, even though he has shown 2 months prior getting a fucking vaccine, getting the COVID vaccination.
Where's our treatment?
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. That $1.9 trillion stimulus bill passed. I mean, my favorite thing is what the hell happened to the $2,000 check that was supposed to come out immediately for flipping Georgia to blue? Joe Biden has not held up on a single campaign promise.
And it doesn't help that he has
other than
Alzheimer's
he has worked to strip you of your right to bear arms. He said as soon as the new gun control legislation bill comes across his desk, he is going to sign it. All I got to say is, try to take my guns and you will be met at the door with one.
We are now implementing a 360 feedback process. If you see it,
too.
So have I. If I don't have another choice, I will use my firearm to protect myself. I have been in the situation. Most of these people who want to sit there and say, well, oh my gosh, you're so wrong for wanting to shoot people, or for carrying a gun, rather. I don't want to shoot somebody. In fact, the last thing on planet Earth I want to do is take another human being's life.
Unless it is needed.
But if it comes down to either myself or somebody in my family or my child dies, or the person who is trying to take our lives dies, quite frankly, I'm gonna pick that I live.
Can I get some caffeine here? Vamos, people! You're late. If you worked for me, I'd fire you.
We do work for you, and you can't afford to fire us.
Very clever. We're trying to stop a global crisis, and you're quibbling about employment law. Remind me to explain why you never had a successful startup go ballistic.
My God, you are annoying!
I'm very successful. I can afford to be annoying. I date a lot. I'm a millennial.
You're 38!
I'm on the cusp. Don't try to put me in a box. This guy, bonkers. We have a real problem here.
My favorite...
Every time Clifford looks at the data, this
No,
is
you're
not
fine.
good. I told you it wasn't good. I undersold it. This is the apocalypse, the doomsday scenario. Since we uncovered the mole, we realized tip of the iceberg doesn't do it justice.
If you don't want to die, don't forfeit your right to live by... don't forfeit your right to
The
live.
president's been
The
informed.
president's been misinformed. You don't understand what I'm saying. These fucking civil servants. Soul-crushing socialists, the lot of you. People like you hold people like me back.
Okay, other
Few-
than objectivism, what are we doing here?
Well, sadly, I think he's right. There's a submarine off the coast. We have to find out what it's doing there.
And then blow it up.
No! That's exactly what they want. That's the war. Humanity's last stand. Mushroom clouds, fallout. 50 generations of living in caves before someone reinvents fire. I need your team to get on there.
That
Yeah.
and find out what happened to the missing agent.
This man.
Okay.
Codename ULP was kidnapped last night. He was looking
I mean,
into data
unfortunately,
breaches in our
things like
department
that
and
do
was
happen,
onto
unfortunately.
something. Now he's gone.
Do I think that we should
Possibly
be...
dead.
He's
And the
not
thing is,
dead.
they're voting for
Sure,
people
man.
who have literally
Avenger.
wanted more
We're gonna Get
laws.
on that submarine.
There's one in a hangar at LSIA. They
Like,
keep
more...
keys to
The people
hangar in the
that
new
have
swamp.
passed
Well, I'm gonna be
legislation
quiet for
and
this, too.
bills,
I've got a plan here.
including the
Then start
1994
a riot
crime
and
bill that was
steal
signed by
one.
Joe Biden.
It's
In
enough
fact,
to trace
or
back
actually
to
not
you.
signed by Joe Biden, signed by Bill Clinton,
I believe I
but was
said
actually drafted and written by Joe Biden himself,
And you need to get
personally.
underwater somehow, undetected.
Led to mass incarceration of African Americans. And then there's Kamala Harris, his, I guess you could say, not only his sidekick, his VP, his side piece probably as well, because that's how she got to the top anyway, more than likely.
Couple here that are wrecked right here.
Or as we all know with Mayor Willie Brown, or if that's
sure,
even his
just a
last
little,
name, I might be
to
incorrect.
prevent.
If I am
In that case, we
incorrect,
need to
I
know
will
more.
correct
Let's
myself.
go.
No
All
need,
of you.
let me know,
Give me a
and I will
minute.
be glad to admit when I am wrong.
There. That's everything. Plans there. Should be pretty obvious. I'll be in touch. Good luck.
I mean, it's
Anyways.
insane.
I have something to say. So, there's this thing. So,
In fact,
back
I'll be
then,
right back.
in
I'm
the
gonna take a
19
quick
or
break.
1800s, the Democrats were the ones who actually started the KKK.
Yes, they were. Nathan Bedford Forrest. In fact, the person who shot Abraham Lincoln and assassinated him, John Wilkes Booth, was a registered Democrat.
And you want to know who, like, what party fought for their freedom and wanted to protect them? The Republicans. You want to know who they're against now? The blacks, like, Black Lives Matter is against Republicans. After we've basically saved them all. We fought for their freedom. To be honest, I lean more towards Republican, but to be honest, I really don't care about parties. Yeah. But I lean, kind of like Chris, I lean more towards... I'm just trying to state facts, like... Yeah.
Alright, I am back.
Don't start a mission yet, I'm buying a car.
Okay. And I mean, it's very unfortunate that a lot of our generation just wants to give up the way they do.
Yeah. I mean, like I kind of said before, the olden times used to fight for what they wanted, not sit around asking for handouts. We need to act more like them.
And it's honestly, it reminds me of my favorite Bible verse, one of my favorite Bible verses, which is Corinthians 16:13. Well, Corinthians 16:13 says, "Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong, act like men."
And if you're a woman, you can put women there.
Well, I'm just saying what the Bible says verbatim.
Yeah. Back then, men referred to every kind, so.
Back then, men was the workforce. The men were the workhorses of the groups. I have no problem with a woman working.
In the army. Yeah. To be honest, it helps a lot, because in the Civil War, that's what was mostly depended on, women working and doing the jobs while men were out fighting.
Right.
I mean, we literally got into a war just to save, like, slaves.
Yes, and now I am on the side of the country, geographically, I am on the side that wanted slavery. Politically, I am not.
Same.
Which, I mean, I am from the South. Not going to say exactly where.
I was born in the North, but I'm living in the South.
Right. In fact, I'm actually from one of the first states, or one of the 13 original colonies. That's all I'll give you.
Oh. Alright, my car's been delivered, so you can start with it if you want.
I mean, like I say, it is what it is. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about what happened in the past. But just because I am white does not mean that I am guilty. Racism it wears no specific color. Anybody can be a racist. And the ideology that if you're only white people can be racist, it's just bullshit.
One thing that I will say they'll probably like get people. To be honest, they'll probably have y'all say like something that maybe, but I don't get why people get offended by the words that we call racist words. And I know the N-word might translate to some like sort of like dumb, idiot or whatever, but who cares?
I mean, my thing is...
People call me dumb, stupid, idiot, like, a lot of ugly words that people would, like, really, like, either hit or get angry at someone for, not just shrug it off.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, my biggest problem is if I say the N-word, not only am I getting doxxed, I'm getting jumped, I'm risking spending time in jail, possibly even getting shot. But if you call me a honky or a cracker and I beat your motherfucking ass for it, I'm also going to jail for it. But you're not getting in any sort of trouble or anything for saying cracker. A lot of it is the fact that us white people, and this is nothing against, and this is not meant as racism. Us white people, we don't give a fuck. Go ahead, call us a cracker. We don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I just won't put up with hypocrisy.
Yeah, sometimes I call myself a cracker just to joke around. But like I've said this quite a few times, people in America just need to grow some balls.
Our current generation needs to grow some balls.
And man up, or...
The only time they want to fight you is if you're not for socialism and they call you a fascist, which in fact does incite violence when you really think about it. Because think, what is most people's reaction to somebody being called a Nazi? They want to fight that motherfucker being called a Nazi, right? I mean, it's just the way it is, unfortunately. Just because I am a conservative does not make me a Nazi. In fact, socialism is actually a part of fascism. The Nazis were the fascist party of Germany. And in fact, if you remember the acronym correctly, it says the National Socialist German Workers' Party.
And to be honest, I will kind of compare a few things. And obviously it's not okay, and to be honest, it's scary that this might actually happen again, but the whole racism thing and segregation and everything, the whole stuff with that, like the South and slaves, what the Nazis did wasn't so different.
No.
In the big picture.
No, and quite frankly,
they put the Jews in camps. They killed them because of what they were.
Now America is not innocent either. We did the same thing. We had Japanese internment camps.
Yeah.
And guess who actually had those?
Dude.
One of the most beloved presidents in U.S. history. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Franklin D. Roosevelt. A socialist. A Democrat. The man who started our big fucking $20 trillion debt.
Which hence has still never been paid off.
Well, that's what happens when you implement socialist ideologies and socialist policies into a capitalist nation.
The money Biden has and is giving out, he could use to pay off the debt, but he's giving it away.
Well, my favorite is fucking Bernie Sanders on that type of bullshit. Nobody who works 40 hours a week should live in poverty. Well, stop taking money from people who work 40 hours a fucking week and giving it to people who work 0 fucking hours a week. There's a reason nobody fucking likes you. There's a reason you have yet to fucking win a single goddamn primary.
Keep that fight going until the office sends out the boys.
I'm just gonna dodge this.
This is a PR nightmare. The riot squad will be there soon.
Ooh, I'm dodging you.
Oh look, Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna beat the shit out of people just for wearing a badge because Black Lives Matter. All lives motherfucking matter.
Yeah.
Until you do something that forfeits your right to live. Forfeiting your right to live and deserving to die are two completely different things. No, it's good as long as they are, you know.
Ow. Ow.
This van might be the only thing that stands in the way of the Russians or
Get in, Allie.
what they came here to do.
I'm getting beat up by every single cop there is.
But I mean, God bless America.
Is it weird that there's a Russian nuclear sub
Come on, get in.
off the coast of San Andreas? Or is that like par for the course? I'm not sure which answer to that question would be more
I
disquieting.
mean, it is what it is, though. Do I think Black Lives do matter? Yes. Do I think there's indiscriminate racism from our judicial system and law enforcement? No. You know why George Floyd died? It was actually shown that he overdosed on fentanyl. It was proven. The knee on the neck was not warranted and was piss poor training. But that is not what killed him. It was actually proven to be a methamphetamine and fentanyl overdose by 2 different medical examiners and coroners.
Cops are here to... I mean, cops, yes, they may have some mistakes, but everyone makes mistakes. It's one thing that a lot of people say.
It was just piss poor training on the Minneapolis Police Department's fault. Jacob Blake, quite frankly, he forfeit his right to live whenever he reached for a knife. And he deserved to die when he sexually assaulted the woman who had the restraining order that he was violating, which eventually led to him getting paralyzed from the waist down. And he was resisting, wasn't he? What about the fact that George Floyd was a lifelong criminal, was actually committing check fraud at the time they were trying to arrest, reached where the officer couldn't see him, and that's why in the body cam footage you can see the officer pull a gun. And he also put a gun to the stomach of a pregnant woman. He forfeit his right to live over 10 years ago when he did that shit. That woman, if she had a gun, we wouldn't have been talking about this. Did he deserve to die? No. But he forfeit his right to live. Just like Michael Brown. But should he have died in that arrest? No. But should he have been doing the methamphetamine and fentanyl that led to his demise? No. Yeah. Well, you are a male, right? Yeah, that's why you're wrong. That's why you're a bitch, because you're a male. Gotta remember, it's male privilege. You're not allowed to... You have so many advantages just because you're a man. Although, if you do anything, you're this, this, and this, because you're a man. No. Yeah, if a woman...
Go down a little bit. Oh, never mind.
There's no crime. No.
I mean, people fight for people say like they want equality, but when were we not equal?
Back before 1920, women couldn't vote, and it was frowned upon for them to work.
I'm saying like now. The whole
what makes us well? Like the biggest thing is they want to say there's systematic racism and that the system itself is racist. Find me one law that is still on the books today, that is still currently on the books, that says that a black person cannot do something a white person can do, or a person of color cannot do something that a white person can't do. And you can't point to and don't point to illegal immigration, because it doesn't matter what fucking color your skin is. If you illegally come into the United States, it is a crime. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what country you're from.
Plus, everyone has the same right as each other. We're all human beings. At least today. But ever since Black Lives Matter started, no offense to the people who are that, but like I'm pretty sure, or at least I thought, we were equal before, like, say in 2018, a little bit below.
It would have been the same thing for me.
Turn your sirens off.
I would have done 20 years. Like, I'd be doing 25 years right fucking now. Because of something that happened last May. Actually, no, I would be doing life. because they would have ruled it as homicide had there not been a camera on my apartment building. Because I protected my family. Protected my significant. I protected. Yes. Well, no, they started shooting. My family and myself happened to be in a. My family and myself happened to be in the crossfire, just coming home from a Sunday night's dinner. Person I was seeing at the time, and her children as well as myself. I opened fire on that guy and put 5 fucking rounds through him. 5 .40 caliber rounds into his fucking head. Do I wish it never happened? Yes, I wish it never happened. But under the same circumstances, would I do it again? Hell yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the setup jobs are a big deal ahead of the final operation, the move on the submarine. So we always got to make sure we have the equipment we need. Might seem like this prep work is small fry, but details matter. We need this stuff, but it's not so important how we get it. Source it, steal it from rival crews, throw money down to buy it, whatever. Get the equipment and we can do the job and we can get paid. On your GPS. Now we need a new span to get a key card to get in an aircraft hangar to steal an Avenger, because the Russians are here on a submarine. Okay, you got that? Good. A news team's been called out to help the LSPD with some bank robbers or something. So get their van while they're occupied and bring it to me. Remember when we just robbed banks? What innocent times those were.
Yeah.
I mean, what if he went for your family next?
It's the same thing here. I'm a pretty level-headed person unless, you know, a cat attacks me or, you know, somebody tries to take my life. Well, different reactions. If somebody tries to take my life, I'm going to get angry enough to take their life so they don't take mine. Cat scratches me, I might get angry enough to punch a hole through a door. I know, not the funniest joke, but it's a fucking joke. Yeah, and it fucked up my hand. So am I.
Yeah, I got that huge lag spike too. Whoa.
I lagged into a telephone pole.
Look out! Our bank robbers have made the oh-so-wise decision to shoot their way to glory through a gas station. It could go up at any time. But, I don't know, maybe that's what you want. Hard to know.
No. I remember you telling me a story where your friend went to jail for that, not fighting back, but holding her down. Who had a knife. He was coated in blood, and he went to jail. I don't think so.
I should probably say we'd rather let him bring the cops here. We've kinda got enough to deal with right now.
And again with the equality thing, that's not equality.
No, if a woman physically attacks you,
You have the
she
right
will not go to jail.
back.
No, you don't. You don't have a right to defend yourself if it's a woman, because if you
But
do,
if there was actually
you end up
equality.
going to jail.
I mean, but if, say, equality was actually a thing, then you most likely would have never gone to jail.
Well, not just females, feminists. It's mainly feminists. The new wave of feminism is just bullshit. Hating men is considered feminist and girl power. But the moment a man does the right thing for him and sticks up for himself, it's wrong and he's a fucking piece of shit and it's a patriarchy.
I mean, do I hate transgenders that do nothing to me? No. But do I hate transgenders who abuse the rights and want to serve for further non-equality for the white race or any other race? No, I'm definitely not going to support that. There's no way in. I mean, if you're not in my family, I don't care. You do you. But I mean, my personal opinion. My personal opinion, if I ever have a kid, I will. Don't take me as a person that like hates gays and transgenders. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with them as long as they don't do like anything to make me mad or piss me off. But say I will do everything in my power to make sure my daughter or son does not turn out to be transgender or gay, because I want them to have a good life, have a good wife or husband.
Well, the thing is, you can't really control that. Would you rather your child be happy, or would you rather your child be the way you want, or be let's say you have a son and he's happy being with a man. What would you rather him have? Have him be happy or have him be unhappy because you taught him that, because you didn't want to accept him if he wasn't? If you never let him explore, if you never let your child explore their sexuality, of course. Now, it's different when they're 6 years old.
Yeah, I'm saying when they're young, like, say from newborn to friggin' like 18. When they're 18 and they're out of the house, they can do whatever they would feel.
Right, but I am not gonna. One thing
But
I will not.
Anytime before then, no.
I will not teach my kid that being gay or being lesbian or being bisexual is wrong, or that being transgender is wrong. But I will tell them I will not pay for their sexual reassignment surgery, nor will I allow them to try to tell me they are a man trapped in a woman's body or a woman trapped in a man's body at 6 years old. Somebody who can barely wipe their ass has no room to tell me what gender they are.
But, like, it basically going more on my rule, if you are still living in my house, you did not get to make that decision.
Well, if you want to be trained, for me, it depends on the funding. If you want me to fund it, it's not happening. If you're going to fund it yourself, I don't care what you do. But I'm not going to sit there and tell my child while they're under the age of 18, I'll look at them dead in the eye and say, look, if you are transgender, I don't care. Let's say they're 16 years old. I don't care if you are. I'll accept you for who you are. But I'm not going to allow you to do the transition right now. Once you turn 18, if you still feel like you are a man trapped in a woman's body or a woman trapped in a man's body, then I will tell you, then you do whatever you want, as long as you can fund it. It is not my job to pay for your surgery. Once you are 18 years old, it is not my job to pay for your surgery.
But to be honest, kind of leaning on like what you said before, this may seem kind of rude, and again, I don't have anything wrong with people that aren't in, like say friends or random people that are transgender or gay, but I don't care if my child hates me. I will do everything in my power to make sure they live as an average and happy person.
Yeah, a normal lifestyle, which is basically telling them, no, you're 6. You can't have, I'm not going to put you on puberty blockers.
Yeah.
That's normal. That's the way most people believe.
But again, once they're out of the house, they can make their own decisions.
Yeah.
Whatever they do, I don't care.
Hey, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got
say they
one.
need money to like fund for like buying a car or helping a family or say something like that, or hospital reasons, then yeah, I'll totally fund that. I don't care. If I have the money.
Mm-hmm. Well, once my child reaches a certain age, it's not my job to fund them a car.
Yeah. Like, once they have a job, they can make their own money. I mean, unless it's not a really good paying job, then yeah. I'll let them, I won't pay for their, like, stuff they can actually, I know they'll be able to buy and still be able to live a good life.
I will pay for my child's first car.
Same.
Maybe their second if they're still under 18. But once they hit 18, and it also depends on the circumstances of the second car. If they need a second car because it blew up or the motor blew or because they totaled it, then yes, I'll do that. But if they just want another car, no, I'm not going to buy it. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a sub off the coast, foreign agents everywhere, and no real explanation of what's going on.
Yeah, but it also depends on why it blew up. If it blew up because it was a lemon, then yes, I will take care of it. But if it blew up because they didn't take care of it and they wanted something else, and they just wanted Daddy to get him a new car, no. You're buying your. Can you pay for it yourself? Oh, you can't? Well, then no car for you. You're walking. Call me cruel all you want, but it's how you learn. You don't learn a lesson by having. You don't learn a lesson from a give me. Give me's don't teach lessons. Constant being a yes man or a yes woman to your child does not teach them responsibility. Getting them something.
Hell, look. I'll get one of the trainees to strip that down and find the cars. When you're ready to go for the plane, chopper thing, go to planning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. C-Class is Mercedes. You said BMW. Then it was a 3 Series. Yes. 3 Series. No. Now, under that circumstances, no, I don't think he should have taken it.
Okay, so we're looking for the whereabouts of this missing.
Did it teach you a lesson?
Agent. ULP, they called him. He was last seen with some very
Then,
bad people. Take out
to
the
those
target,
people who
send your
said
phone.
no,
While I
like
monitor
that wasn't a good
various
thing to do,
channels.
that just shows them
ULP wasn't
that
just
it
heading
was
up the
good.
investigation
It
into
shows
these
them
breaches.
that.
You know what else he was in charge of? The IAA's drug
Yeah.
deals on the West Coast. He just
Some things that you think is mean, and
These some
to
of
be
these
honest,
bastards
I have a
love selling
very,
rocks to fund their illegal wars.
I have a very lenient but
At least there are some seemingly competent people at the IAA, like Mrs. Ragman. Though that Agent 14 has set the bar pretty low, am I right?
And to be honest, I do have some very lenient but mildly strict parents. And if my grades start slipping, they will get onto me. And every time they do, it always teaches me a lesson of what to do and what to watch out for and what to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Keep taking down those dealers, and someone's gonna lead us to that missing agent.
My mother was the same way when I first left. When I first left, my mother was the same way. I'm her only boy. Think she wanted to see me go away to another country, to another continent, to the other side of the world.
Someone will start talking about the kidnapping.
Let alone another state. We all deal with that. Is all parents. Parents never want to see their children leave them like that. Especially whenever they're leaving them and possibly never coming back. As was the situation with me.
Alright, we got it. One of his dealers set him up. I traced his cell phone to an apartment. Get over there and recover anything that might tell us where they're holding him. And don't expect a friendly welcome.
Yeah, and we're
The
still
hardest thing
streaming
I'll
too.
do if I ever do, like, leave to join the Navy, military, or something like that, like you all said, will be to leave my parents. I mean, it's hard to leave your parents when they've raised you, done everything for you, given you all kinds of gifts, presents, everything. Then you just leave them like that.
Well,
Risk
especially
never seeing
when
them again.
you risk everything, not just, not only do you risk, you know, your safety, but you risk your life on top of that.
Yeah.
As somebody who has been through it, it's...
Yeah, same.
It's not, well, it's not for everybody.
My dream's been to join the Navy, but from the way this generation's going, I don't really know.
You don't fight for them. You don't fight for them. You fight for the guy that's standing next to you. That's... You don't fight because... You don't fight just for what's back home. You fight so you can bring those people with you back home. I didn't give a...
So they can see their families again.
Quite frankly, I didn't give a fuck if I lived or died. I don't really have much here. I'm not married. I don't have kids. A lot of the guys that I was with that didn't come home, they did. And that's the problem. That's how it is. I'm the same way. Can't help it.
Bring it in for analysis and watch out for any interested parties.
Beer 3. Beer 3 for me. My parents let me do whatever the hell I want. I mean, my parents don't supply me alcohol. Yeah, I have my ways of getting it. It's no problem. I'm not gonna let my parents jeopardize themselves because I am a reflection of them. I don't have them buy it for me because I can't let my parents take that risk of possibly serving time for serving somebody for providing alcohol to somebody who is underage. You just have to figure out who doesn't give a fuck at the convenience store. No, No, I don't think it's cool. In fact, I say look at some of the things I do as prime examples of what not to do. I drink. Don't. I smoke cigarettes. Would I ask somebody else to do it? Hell no.
I mean, it may not be as bad, but sodas.
This should lead us right to him. When you want to put on a
It's an
rescue,
addiction.
you know where to go.
I mean,
Yeah, which reminds me, have you heard of Coke's new thing? In their own PR campaigns? I know I'm a couple weeks late to the party, but their Be Less White campaign.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So are they going to fire all the polar bears for being too white? I mean, it's a question. Is it a serious question? No, but it's a question.
Is it a joke? Kinda.
Is it a joke? Yes. Just like the Be Less White campaign, it's a joke.
It doesn't matter who makes the first move.
Some guys like me are afraid of being rejected.
Yeah.
That's why I don't make the first move. Most of the time. Unless I feel right about it, I don't make the first move.
Can one of y'all come outside real quick?
I'm coming up there. Well, I was stuck in a loading screen, and I'm doing the Southern Retard truck thing with this lowrider.
Oh wait, can the people on the stream see your gameplay?
Yeah.
Oh, then they're gonna have a treat with this one.
But well, they're already having a treat and probably cringing with what I'm doing right now. With how I have the suspension on this car set. Well, you know what? I do have to. You know what? I do have to thank them anyway because they're just getting my viewer.
Yeah.
You do realize they're just getting. I hope they realize they're just getting my activity up, which helps me. They are helping me more than they're hurting me.
And to be honest, it helps us because we get more opinions from sides, which we can also kind of use to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, come up here to where I am, and you'll see why. Like.
Hell, it's just like people ask me to cite where I get my proof on more guns equals less violent crime. It's called the FBI. I literally tell them the FBI because it's a proven FBI crime statistic. Look at the areas with more gun control versus less.
Hey Eddie, come over here real quick.
See how I got my suspension? It's a Carolina squat.
I might actually be stuck though. Can someone wheelie up to me?
Why would I do that when I could just do it the squatted way? I don't think that's gonna work. I might got him. Damn it, as soon as I got in this thing.
Let's go to Gluckenbell.
I'm going to the facility. Fuck you guys.
I'll bet.
Eastbound and down.
Hey yo,
It's
watch
not
the
gay if
skies,
it's with
boys.
the
I'm
boys.
coming.
Wow! Woo!
Oh,
I don't
so
remember.
close.
Oh yeah, how'd they get my viewer activity up? With their negative and bullshit
Monetization
comments.
just to be demonetized.
Well, I don't have enough subscribers for that. So if people could get my subscribers up, come on, viewers. I'm reaching out to you with my special streamer powers to get you to recommend me to your friends and family to give me some subscribers. I mean, maybe it does. I mean, you never know. I mean, hopefully you do know. Just recommend, as you can see, the channel name. Click on it down below. And then hip thrust that motherfucking share button instead of the like button, as my friend, as one of my favorite YouTubers, Leon Lush, likes to say. Hip thrust that goddamned share button and share me to all your fucking friends, GtaV. And I would love to get that viewers up. And for now, as another one of my favorite streamers, Steven Crowder, would have to say, I'm going to have to tell you, YouTube, to piss off.